Welcome everyone to another interview with one of our funded traders. Today we're hosting Tirami, who is a Funding Tips funded trader. How are you, Tirami?
I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. Can you please start by introducing yourself a little bit so that people can get to know you?
I'm Tarami Misioye, based in London, United Kingdom.
That's quite nice. But let's start with how long have you been trading and how this whole journey has started for you, and how old are you currently?
I started trading in March 2020. I'm currently 21.
All
Yeah.
right. So, you also started trading in during COVID.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is so interesting because a lot of traders that we host here have started trading during COVID. So I imagine in like 10 years from now,
Yeah.
we're gonna have like so many good traders in the industry.
Yeah.
It's so mind blowing. And now, right now, you're only 21.
Yes. Yeah.
And what do you do in life? Do you go to school? Do you work, or is trading your only interest right now?
Currently, I'm in. I've just finished my second year of university. Yeah. So and I do trading on the side. But
That's
yeah,
amazing. What do you study?
business.
Business. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you choose that major?
Um, I just thought it'll be a good it'll be nice to do with alongside trading.
I
Yeah.
understand that. I understand that. When you started trading during COVID, what got you into it? Where did you first hear of it? Where did you first see trading?
I was introduced to it by a friend. He introduced it to me. So ever since then, I've just been, I've just stuck with it ever since then. Yeah.
All right. And did you start with Forex or commodities or crypto? Which market did you start with?
My first initial um point of it, me introducing was crypto, like Bitcoin, but I didn't know Forex was a thing until my friend introduced me to Forex.
I understand. And what was the timeline on that? When did you first hear about Forex? And when did you first realize that you can actually trade another market other than crypto?
I first realized when my friend introduced me, so I didn't know anything about Forex until my friend introduced me to Forex. Yeah.
Okay. Um, After you started trading in Forex, or while you were still trading in crypto, when did you first realize that there was such a thing called prop firms, and then
Mm.
they give out like challenges, and then you can buy a challenge and then you can pass it? When did you first hear of these prop firms concept?
I first heard about it on Instagram. I would see prop firms, just adverts about prop firms, and yeah, I just got introduced. Like, just ever since then, I just took an interest into it because it made
And,
sense.
and when was that? You started in
Um,
2020?
no, I started 2 years after, so 2022. I started. I got, I bought my first funded account in 2022.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And okay, so you started trading in 2020 and then realized there was such a thing called prop firms in 2022,
Yeah.
and then you bought a challenge. How long it took you to pass your first challenge?
How long did it take me? It took me about. I feel like I bought my first funded challenge in 2023. Sorry, 2023, and
Okay, okay.
it took me maybe like about. I think I passed my phase one and phase two like in a week. 100K.
Really?
Yeah,
That's really
in a
interesting.
week.
That's
Yeah.
really interesting because I vividly remember like blowing my first challenge on the day too.
Uh,
So I'm like very impressed right now. Very
oh,
glad to hear it.
my first. Oh, sorry. So I have to remember. I kind of. It's been a long time. Sorry, my first challenge. I bought I think it was like a 5K account, but I blew like 4 5K accounts. Four.
Oh, okay,
uh,
okay.
then I got funded. Yeah, with a 100K account. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Then okay, now I can like imagine more realistically,
Yeah. Yeah.
because like trading with your own capital and trading in prop firms are totally different things, right? Because
Yes. Yeah.
in prop firms you need to follow certain rules like account rules, trading rules,
Yeah.
etc. And all of that knowledge, even if you have been trading for a long time until then, goes away because now you need to adapt to something new. And it's very nice that you finally passed it. But would you consider yourself as a profitable trader or a consistent trader? Like, do you think that even if you don't work or even if you work, would you be able to withdraw consistent profits or make a living? What do you think about that? Because I know profitability is like very subjective.
Yeah.
For some people, 1% is quite profitable every month. Some people
Yeah.
say it's like 5% every week. So, what do you think about that?
I believe I am consistently profitable. Yeah, I believe I so. Yeah, I am. Yeah.
That's nice. And how long it took you to reach that point? You started trading in 2020, and how many years has it been since you were profitable?
Maybe like 2.5 years in, I started getting more consistent. Um, profitability wise. Yeah.
That's quite interesting. And how was this consistent journey for you? Before you were a consistent trader and after you think you are consistent, what has changed? What are the differences that you observe in yourself?
I would say the mindset. I had to really change my mindset. Had to be patient, be disciplined. Yeah, I think that's the mindset change is the most important thing. I believe for me. That
Excellent.
yeah.
Excellent. So let's talk about your payout with funding pips because right now I can see it on the screen as well. You got a payout of 1.8K from funding pips, and I'm very happy to see traders getting consistent payouts or like they follow a certain system and then they get rewarded for by it.
Yeah.
And I kind of adore that. How is this process for you? Or was this the first payout you have ever received, or like do you already receive a lot of payouts from other firms as well and this was your first from funding pips?
No, this was my first actual payout from any from any prop firm. My
Oh,
first.
that's very interesting. That's very interesting. How did it feel to finally withdraw a payout?
It feels good. Like it felt like I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Like my hard work's paid off over the years. So it felt like a huge milestone in my trading career.
Exactly. I imagine that the journey has been difficult
Yeah.
because I don't know anyone who's trading who would say trading is just so easy. I never like struggled with it. I never suffered. I never felt that. I never felt this. It's
Yeah.
very, very time consuming. It's very heartbreaking, heart shattering, in fact.
Yeah.
So, how was that process for you? What was the most difficult thing in your trading journey, and how did you overcome that?
The most difficult thing I would say was losing a lot. I lost a lot. Like, um, I was losing a lot, but over time, I had to learn that to do this trading, to be in this industry, I had to like control myself as a person. I had to be disciplined. I had to follow my rules. So yeah, that's how I overcame the losses. Yeah.
I understand that. And how did you come to that realization? Like, I'm sure like one day you were sitting and you were like, okay, I'm losing so much, I need to change my mindset. I
Yeah.
know like it doesn't happen like that, but what was that turning point, that aha moment in your trading journey?
That aha moment. I would say when I focused like on the higher time frames. So yeah, that's when I understood what I had to do to be profitable.
It's
Like focusing
interesting.
on high time frames. Yeah.
It's really interesting because I hear a lot of people. traders
Yeah.
saying that thing, like I focused on higher time frames, or some say that I focused on more myself, like inner self,
Mm.
etc. So I imagine this must be something in common with profitable traders.
Yeah.
um, i'm I'm quite sure that our viewers would like to see how you approach the markets. After years of trading, you finally got your first payout. This is like really exciting.
Yeah.
Would you like to show us how you exactly did it?
Sure. Yeah, I will. Yeah. Um. So, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So, ooh, sorry. Sorry about this.
It's all right.
Yeah. So, I follow a strategy called the break and retest strategy.
Okay.
So ideally, I would wait for like a a break of a zone, like say for example, a higher time frame zone, like a daily resistance zone, daily support zone.
Hmm.
So for example here, price broke this daily support zone, as you can see. Then it retested, like it broke the support zone, and it became a resistance zone. So yeah, it retested on a 4 hour time frame. I mean, yeah, 4 hour time frame. Then I would go to the 15 minute time frame and look for an entry. So yeah, here, yeah,
And how do you exactly determine that that exact price
mm,
should be your entry? Okay, you price retested, that's for sure. And
yeah.
how do you exactly determine that, okay, if the price retested this area on the 4 hour chart, I have to take a trade if it does this on the 15-minute chart? Like, how do you actually determine it?
I would determine it by I would basically look for like bearish price action. So as you can see,
Hmm.
you have like a morning star
Yeah.
formation or evening star formation. Sorry, then indicating that price is about to go down. So I would enter um at before this bullish candle.
I
Then
understand that. I understand that. So, you're trading basic support and resistance, and you found a way to make it work for you.
yeah,
And I think that's what's important, because sometimes, like, new traders use a lot of indicators,
yeah,
which is also fine. Like,
yeah,
which is also fine because every system has an edge, has a statistic,
yeah,
and I'm just trying to convey to others what you're exactly doing, which is just observing the price action and take the candles into account, see if the flow is going bullish or bearish
yeah,
on a lower time frame after it tests your higher time frame levels,
yeah,
and then you decide to take a trade.
yeah. I also factor in market structure also. So like
Mhm.
higher highs, higher lows. That's something I use as confluence.
That's also nice. That's also nice because it's probably gonna give you another confluence
Yeah,
on which direction the market is headed to, right?
yeah,
And I think that's nice. Do you also have other trades to show us?
yeah. Yeah. This one, for example. So go on the daily. Sorry, daily time frame. I'll show this one. Yeah. So this was like a 4 hour support zone.
Hmm.
Um, so obviously higher time frame. Uh, Candle closure above the support zone. So I wait for a 4 hour pullback retest for this to this 4 hour higher time frame level. Then I would go to the 15 minute for to look for entry. So I would then yeah, this one here. So yeah. Then I think I entered around here. So obviously it's retested bullish price action, and I looked to enter.
Okay, I have a question now that you show this specific trade. We can see that the price has tested that 4 hour area that you marked on your chart.
Yeah,
And when you enter on the 15-minute time frame,
yeah,
your stop loss is right below your entry area, like below the consolidation. My
yeah,
question to you is that because I think a lot of traders would ask if, because they're not inside your head. They don't know what exactly you think. Why
yeah.
not put the stop loss below that wick that tested that 4 hour time frame, but just put it on the below consolidation?
From experience, my stop loss has always been 15 pips. So
All
it's like
right.
the
All right. See,
yeah,
that's an important point to hear about because uh, your answer includes from experience, right? And it's important. And you also said something else. My stop loss is always like 15 points.
yeah,
15 pips or points, by the way,
pip,
on. Okay,
pip,
okay, perfect. So this also tells me that you have a specific method to put your stop loss, right?
yeah,
So your answer taught us two things. Experience is important, and the other thing is that rules while trading are quite important. Okay,
definitely.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you also have other trades to show us?
Yeah, I've got other
Now I
trade.
enjoy it because like as a trader myself, I don't usually trade GPY pairs,
Yeah,
JPY pairs because when it insists on a direction, it's gonna insist on that direction for a long time.
yeah,
Uh, Not for me, but traders who specifically trade JPY pairs
yeah,
really like it because of the momentum.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. Another trade that I could show is this one. This was a bit. So basically, it's not really like a re. Well, it is a retest, but it's just a bit. I don't know. Maybe the level's drawn a bit. But obviously, I took a bit. I took two losses before. Sorry, I took two losses before the win. So this
Mhm,
was basically another 4 hour retest of a daily zone.
mhm.
So I mean, yeah, of a daily zone. So then I would go to the 15-minute, then look to enter the trade. So yeah, yeah, and again, it's like retested morning star formation in New York session, and New York session is a session that I trade regularly. So yeah,
It's amazing. Another rule that you're trading on a specific time frame, a
yeah,
timeline, or is it just that okay, you trade it every session, but when it's in New York, you feel more confident that it's gonna go to your TP.
yeah, yeah,
What is it?
definitely because I have like a journal, so and I've journal trades, so and most of my trades that do end up um hitting my TP, I've taken during the New York session. So that's why I stick to the New York session.
It's very interesting to know because I also want to emphasize the fact that a lot of traders struggle with forming themselves a profitable edge
Yeah,
or um, some set of rules that can help them determine whether their strategy is going to win in the markets or not.
yeah,
And with that considered, it's really important to keep a clean journal
yeah,
so that you can actually see like when is your trade going to your TP, when it usually goes to your stop loss, or when do you exactly take that trade, and they can use that data to their advantage to increase the profitability of their edge and
yeah.
etc. But I think this is an important point that you mentioned. How long have you been keeping a journal?
Um, I started journaling, I think 2021, yeah, a year after I started.
That's amazing. Just for reference, so that everyone who would take your advice on it can try.
Yeah,
Do you journal right after every trade, or do you journal, let's say, when the market closes and on weekends?
I journal right after every single trade I take.
That's perfect. Do you? include I know I'm asking in detail because there are a lot of different ways to keep a journal, right?
Yeah,
For example, some traders like keep a journal of their trades, but just the trades, if it won or if it lost. Some traders also adds some kind of data, right? Like the hour, the time frame, etc.
yeah.
This is also important. So my question is, do you also include your emotions before doing and after the trade as well?
Not really. I don't. I
Not
don't really.
really.
I don't really track my emotions during, before, and after. I don't know.
Okay, I still couldn't find a trader who does that. So that's why I'm actually asking, because we
Yeah,
always talk about how emotional this journey is, right? Like how you
yes,
should control your emotions, how you should know them, right? So
yeah,
that's why I ask. Like, people say that a lot, but do we actually try to write that in our journals as well? I know it doesn't sound cool
yeah,
when I say like, okay, I feel sad going into this trade. No, I don't mean that, but still, I think it's a question to be asked. I think because we always talk about how important to keep a stable mentality.
yeah. Definitely.
I also see in your trays those orange boxes that you have marked some kind of maybe consolidation areas.
Yeah,
What are those?
yeah. It's just to let me know when price is consolidating, so I stay away from the markets. I don't enter when price is ranging or consolidating. I
I
only trade-
understand.
yeah, I only
See,
trade during
I have a
trendy.
rule.
Yeah,
This is amazing. This is amazing. I love asking questions about the trader's chart because it opens a lot of doors. It says a lot about their strategy or like how they approach the market
yeah,
and what rules are they following. But I think it's really important to also add that if a strategy works for someone, it doesn't mean that it's going to work with everyone, right? Because I imagine that you do something, but maybe another person is doing the same thing, but is not profitable yet, right?
yeah.
And the reason is that we don't all have the same brain, we don't have the same mentality. So, my question to you is while you're trading, how do you approach to mental part of this game?
My mental. I just try to stay as calm as possible and just literally follow my rules to a T. Like my discipline, I just try to be as disciplined as possible. Just follow what works. That's what's been working in the past, and do it and execute it in the present.
I understand that. And do you do a lot of back testing?
Not really. I feel I did I personally I forward tested most of the time, so back testing wasn't really. I did it a bit, but I felt like forward testing helped me more than back testing.
I understand that. And what would you say about? I'm sure, like it took you a lot of time to get to this point because, like sometimes 1 month is a lot of time, 1 year is a lot of time, 3 years is a lot of time. I understand that while trading in the real market in the real time, because while we're back testing, forward testing, we can see that the price move like the time moves faster, right? We can just put the candles wherever we want and then like continue where we left,
Yeah,
and everything is so fast. If we lost, good, we can make it back in just 1 second with another trade. But in the
yeah,
real market it doesn't go like that.
yeah.
So how do you deal with the losses in the meantime? Like I imagine a losing streak can last a week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, but
Mm,
then it can get better. So
yeah.
how do you deal with those losing streaks?
Um, I deal with my losing streaks. I just try to manage my risk a lot. So if I'm losing, maybe I'll half my risk until my account balance is at a point where I can use my normal risk. Like what I risk normally 1% per trade, but if I'm in a losing streak, I'll half my risk to like 0.5% or less.
Amazing point, because this was the next thing that I was going to ask, like how much you usually risk per trade,
Uh,
but you already said it. But what's your line? Like for me, for example, if I'm gonna draw down like 5%, I will lower my risk
mm,
to half, and then I will try to get back to a certain point, and then take 1% risk on a challenge, for example. So, what's your line and drawdown to lower your risk?
Um, my line maybe when I'm like 4% in drawdown, 5%, then I'll know. Yeah, I have to lower my risk after half my risk. So like 5% drawdown, then I'll reduce my risk.
And then when you get back up to which percent you take your normal risk again?
Maybe when I'm like 3% away from my original account balance, then I'll start using my standard risk 1%.
Amazing, amazing. These are all part of a strategy. So that's why I'm actually asking these questions. It tells a lot about the risk management, and it also gives a lot of ideas how people can also approach these things, right?
Yeah,
But do you ever get like you're trading, you get stopped, you get stopped, you get stopped out,
yeah.
and it happens back to back a couple of times. Do you ever get that over trading excitement? Like, do you ever revenge trade?
Yeah, I do sometimes, but maybe in my early years, I used to revenge trade, but I had to like cap myself on my daily drawdown limit. So after 2 losses a day, I don't take any more trades for that day.
That's good. That's good. Two losses. I think that's fair because one loss, okay. On the second trade, you can make it back,
Yeah,
and if it goes to your stop loss, okay, that's it for the day, and then move on the next day.
exactly.
My last question regarding your trading approach is that: do you trade every day? Do you stay behind the screen all the time? Watch the price? How does that process work for you?
I'm not actively on the screen every day. I might look at my phone to see the charts, but if I'm actually trying to take a trade, I'll jump on the laptop or my monitor and then yeah, look to see if price is at my area of interest. Then I'll take the trade. But I'm not
That's
I'm not I'm not always on the charts 24/7 on my laptop 24/7.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And what do you think the future holds for you? What are your dreams about trading? What do you want to achieve while trading?
What do I want to achieve? I want to achieve uh just to be as profitable as possible, really. Um, just to make as much money as possible, basically.
And I'm sure you'll do it
Yeah,
by just keep following your rules, your plans, your strategy, and just keep a stable mentality while trading. I think anything is possible. It's just a hard journey.
yeah,
But if it were easy, everyone could do it, and then it wouldn't make much sense that profitability could be a successful thing, right? If everyone could do it, then it wouldn't be success. It would just be ordinary, right? And
exactly.
I'm sure you'll do it. My last question to you is, um, if anyone's watching right now who doesn't know where to start while trading, who are new to trading, or who just can't be profitable or just struggling, what
Yeah.
would you advise to them?
I would say keep going. There's light at the end of the tunnel if you just focus. Um, you can occasionally take breaks. Maybe have like a reset, then go again, but never give up. And yeah, just keep going. That's what I would say.
I think that's important because after a point, there's this you walk and you walk and you walk in this road, and then there's a part where it just clicks and everything starts to change,
Yeah,
and we just have to keep walking until that point, and then the road takes us there without us like struggling that much anymore. I think that's a good advice.
yeah,
Thank you, Tirami, for joining us today. I'm very happy to meet you, very happy to see how you approach the markets, and I'm sure it taught us a lot about your strategy and the importance of setting some set of rules while
yes,
trading.
yeah.
So thank you for joining in.
No problem.
And for everyone who's watching us, I'll see you guys on the next one.
Cheers. Thank you.